Hi everyone, I hope that you're all okay today. And if you're in the UK being battered like we are, I hope that you're keeping safe. We are having fences broken, things smashed. It's really awful out there. So I thought, what do you do when everything around you is going a bit mad? You come up with your babies. And I've come up to do my Sunday discussion today. And what I've done is I put the question on my Facebook page and asked for people to give me things to discuss. And I noticed there was kind of a theme with it. So I'm going to combine them today. As you can see, I'm changing Freddie, and I'm going to put him into this lovely animal sleeper that I got him from Next, the one with all the big animals on. I think this is gorgeous. I'm going to pop him into that, and he's actually in his wrap that his Auntie Lucy sent him. That's kept him nice and warm overnight. Look at this cheeky face. It's usually Beatrix that does this with me on a Sunday, but it's all about this boy at the moment, so bear with me. It will wear off, I'm sure. Although I'm not so sure about that either. Anyway, let's pop you into this, Freddie. And as I said, I've had a lot of different people ask me to do this. 4 different bits that seem to kind of go with each other. So the first one was, what attracted you to collecting reborns and the problems getting the first one? What attracted me to it is the fact that I've always loved babies, always. I helped, let's unwrap you darling, there he is. I helped my mother look after my younger siblings, and I've always loved babies. And as soon as I got married, I had my own babies, and when they grew up, I missed not having a baby in the house. As far as I was concerned, I would have liked to have 4 children, but that didn't kind of happen. We just had the 2, so you know, I would have liked a house full of children. Come on, Freddie, let's get your arm out, darling. There you go, sweet boy. He's gorgeous. So, you know, I've always had a love of babies, always. So when my babies grew up and there didn't seem to be any grandchildren on the horizon, I noticed through watching a television program about reborns, and immediately I thought, I've got to get one. And I had a look on eBay, and I just bought the first one that I was attracted to be honest, and that was a sleeping baby. So I got that one, and she was very, very nice. I was very lucky. It was a good experience getting my first one off eBay, and I didn't have any problems at all. I mean, I had problems later on, but you know, that's another story that I've already told you. And number 2, do your family understand the joy you find in the doll hobby? Well, no, they didn't. Not at first. They really didn't. They thought it was ridiculous. Come on, little man. Come on, little man. Up you come. Yeah, they just couldn't believe I was collecting them and how much they were and everything. They really weren't on board with it at all. They couldn't see the attraction, and yeah, they weren't at all. I think it's only because I kind of stuck to my guns, and said, you know, I really want to collect these dolls. Yes, they are expensive, but it's my money. I'm saving for them. And then they kind of realised how important they were to me. And when I started my YouTube channel, which was over 3 years ago now, and it did so well, they realised that there is other people out there. It's not just me. So that did kind of help. And going, of course, to the doll shows and seeing other people who were interested in the hobby, that helped as well. There we go, sweetheart. Got him in there. Let's get these little fingers out. So yeah, you know, it took a while. It wasn't kind of an instant thing, but they did. Over you come, Freddie. Let's get your little arm in. They did realise in the finish, and I think, you know, you've just got to, if you enjoy something, stick with it. And people do come round if they love you, don't they? They realise it's giving you happiness, and they do come round. So that's kind of my answer to that one. There we go, Freddie. Let's just get your little arm out of this. There we go. There we go, sweet boy. Of course, there was no such thing as silicones or partial silicones when I first started. I mean, these are newer and more expensive, but worth it. Another question was, do I prefer silicone or vinyl? And I do prefer silicone. I really do. I just love the feel of them. They feel so natural. They look, they look natural. I love them. I think they're amazing. I much prefer them to vinyls, although I do like vinyl dolls, you know, but these are the ones I prefer. Would you take your reborns out for a walk in a stroller? Well, as you know, I am disabled, and so don't walk very far. So that would be hard for me to do. I did take one to a doll show. I mean, if I was able-bodied, yes, I would, but I'm not. So that's kind of not an option for me. Come on, darling, let's do this up. He says, what are you doing, Mummy? You're nattering. I'm terrible with poppers. I can never work them out. And could they replace real babies? Well, no. I mean, how could they replace real babies? I don't think they could ever replace a real baby. It's a totally different experience. But saying that, you know, there could be a time in the future where these silicones and vinyls, actually, both of them, you know, you can get breathing machines for them now, and the silicones you can get drink and wet systems in them. So I think they could really mimic a real baby. You might even get the robotic ones that move. I mean, in the future, I think they could be even more realistic. But, you know, you can't watch them grow up and teach them things. I mean, it's a totally different thing, isn't it? But I think they will get more and more sophisticated and do more and more things. So I think they could replace babies to a certain extent. You know, drinking and weeing and doing all that. But there you go, Freddie. There you go, Freddie. Where's this gorgeous boy? Coming out of the cuddle. So, yeah, I think they could to a certain extent. Gorgeous boy. There he is in his new little sleeper. I think that looks nice on him. It's a nice size too. I think that's up to 1 month. That looks very cute, doesn't it? So yeah, I think to a certain extent they could, but I mean, nothing could ever really totally replace a real baby. But I think these could really, in the future, be much more sophisticated and yeah, be a run for the, you know, for a real baby, if you see what I mean. They are very, very, you know, they're progressing all the time, so you can't say definitely not, but yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for everybody who put those points down for me that they wanted me to discuss, and I hope that I've covered them all for you to your satisfaction, and I hope that you all have a good rest of your day. I'm going to have a nice cuddle with Freddie now, and then I'm going to go downstairs and watch a movie, and I'm going to go to bed and keep my fingers crossed for the Oscars for 1917. I'm hoping it will do extremely well because it deserves to. So yeah, have a good rest of your day, everybody. And Freddie says, mwah, big kisses to everybody. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.